Now let's welcome our third speaker, Egor Novitov. Please welcome him with me.
Who here can look in the mirror and smile at their own reflection? Who here is truly proud of what they have accomplished in their life? Hi, my name is Egor Novikov, and in today's TED Talk, let's try something new. Let's change how you perceive the world and witness how it begins to change around you. Now, in life, many of us believe that external forces, such as God, luck, or even the flip of a coin, affect our everyday lives, affect what choices we make, what we have for breakfast, for lunch, or even what grades we get, or what friends we choose. In psychology, we call this an external locus of control, a belief that outside forces impact every single one of our decisions in our lives. But what if I told you that this doesn't have to be the case? What if instead we can facilitate an internal locus of control and finally get a grasp of what we want to do in our lives and accomplish what we've always been destined to do? Now, in life, we are presented with two choices on how to react to situations. One, to be optimistic, or two, to be a pessimist. Now, an optimist will make a bad joke and tell themselves, well, that was awkward. But hey, at least I tried, right? But a pessimist will keep replaying that moment over and over again to let it seep into their life and just ruin their whole self-perspective. Now, being optimistic, it isn't natural for us. I mean, we're hardwired for survival, right? We're meant to detect dangers and threats, not gratitude and the riches that surround us. Now, I'm also not trying to say for any of you to ignore the pain or the sadness. Sometimes we truly just need some time to cry. But when you're ready, you can choose to be optimistic. You can choose to only focus on what lifts you up instead of being a pessimist on focusing on what drags you down. Now, I want to introduce you guys to my good old friend, the anchor. The anchor? So you guys might be asking, Egor, what the heck is an anchor supposed to do with my life and happiness, right? Well, an anchor is used to secure a ship, but where you drop that anchor matters. If you drop it into unstable waters, well, then your whole ship is just going to sail away. You're going to lose control, and that ship is your life. I used to be a perfectionist, and I still, to an extent, am. Every time I got a PL or a B+ on my grades, I would always ask myself, what the hell are you doing, man? What are you doing? You're slipping up, right? But when I noticed that, I realized that I was anchoring myself to self-deprecation, to all this negativity. I decided to make a change. I started focusing on my small wins, such as being able to wake up on time, being able to brush my teeth, being able to smile to others around me and saying hello. Those small wins began to anchor me in positivity, in gratitude and happiness. And my whole life just simply changed, right? So I want to ask you, what are you anchoring yourself to? Are you anchoring yourself to regrets, to sadness, to the past? Or are you anchoring yourself to the present, to your success, to your happiness? Now, who here views work as work, right? Raise of hands. Right. I mean, it's kind of a name. You have to do some work to finish off your work. I used to view all my homework, and I mean all of it, as just a simple blank sheet of paper that I'd write something down, give it to my teacher, they'd grade it, toss it out, and we forget about it. But I got kind of tired of this, so I wanted to change my perspective again. Instead of saying, I have to do this work, I started saying, I get to do this work. I get to learn. I get to gain more knowledge. I get to experience and show this knowledge off to all my other friends. Now, I was once given this 1,000-word essay, which I could care less about writing, right? But I decided, again, what if I just try to make fun of it, right? I give it a little funny voice. I added a few funny metaphors and jokes into it. And by the time I was finished, I was having a blast. And when I handed it to my teacher, he smiled. He could see that I actually put in some good work and effort. And he saw that I enjoyed it. Now, guys, even though today I gave you some good advice on how to improve your perspective, the reality is bad things are going to happen to you. And that's not pessimism talking. That's just simply life. But you have a choice between choosing to sink or to swim. One bad day does not define your whole entire life. One bad moment does not define who you are. You are your own hero and your own author. And just for a moment, you can forget about that cringy post that you made online or that awkward silence after a bad joke. And just tell yourself, tomorrow's going to be a better day. Now, when you all go back to your dorms, I want you to try something. You don't have to, but I just recommend it. Go up to your mirror and smile to yourself. Give yourself 5 compliments and tell yourself, everything's going to be all right. Because today, you learned that you can, in fact, take control of your life. You can change what you see, who you are. You can anchor yourself to the good. You can be optimistic, and you have a choice. You have a choice in choosing how you want to see the world around you. And that choice, it changes everything. Thank you.
Gini.